Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. And today I'm going to be discussing with you an extremely important change and a huge Black Ops 7 SBMM update, because yes, there is some huge news to share about skill-based matchmaking, about SBMM for Black Ops 7 at the launch of the game. So I'm going to talk about that with you, as well as discussing a load of other things that have been announced and discussed, and loads of news that has come out now that the Black Ops 7 open beta, or beta itself, has officially ended. So let's just get straight into it. Let's share the tweet on the screen. It's right here from Charlie Intel, but breaking: Call of Duty Black Ops 7 will have open matchmaking at launch and have non-disbanding lobbies in multiplayer at launch. So yes, what that means is, guys, reduced or next to no skill-based matchmaking will be coming to Black Ops 7 officially for every single playlist, whether you play TDM, Hardcore, Search and Destroy, Domination, doesn't matter. There is zero or next to no skill-based matchmaking for Black Ops 7. You will be able to play the game with just based off of your ping, and that is it. It's going to be ping is king. You're going to play the game, and you're going to get good lobbies, you're going to get bad lobbies. It's going to be a nice, lovely experience. And finally, it's over. 6 years of skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty. It's from MW 2019 to now. It's taken Black Ops 7 to finally end skill-based matchmaking, to remove skill-based matchmaking from Call of Duty. And it's annoying that it's taken this long, because it's been an argument, it's been an absolute battle with the devs, with Activision, to get this change, because we all know it. We knew it was ruining the game. We knew that Call of Duty could be so much better with no or less skill-based matchmaking. And finally, only because of Battlefield 6, really. So kind of, guys, Call of Duty fans all around the world have got to thank Battlefield 6 for actually putting together, or Battlefield in general, EA, for putting together a good game. Because if this didn't happen, let's be honest, skill-based matchmaking would still be here, and a lot of the other changes that have been made for Black Ops 7 wouldn't have happened either. We would have got the same repetitive nonsense that we've had for the last 6 years over and over again, and probably continuing forwards, if Battlefield hadn't been as good and been as successful or as, you know, appealing this year as it has been. So Battlefield has single-handedly been the change that has made the better a change to Call of Duty. But in this, it says matchmaking update. It says, we know the big question in everyone's mind coming out the beta is, how will matchmaking work in Black Ops 7? And at launch, open matchmaking with minimal skill consideration will be the default for Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Simply put, imagine the matchmaking experience of open mosh pit from the beta, but as the standard in Black Ops 7 on day one. Our teams feel strongly about providing players with a more varied experience, and the beta proved to be a great opportunity to test this approach. We'll be sharing more details as we get close to launch. So it clearly shows that in the beta, which is obviously a limited test pool, because only some people would have played it, even though there was an open beta, obviously I still don't think as many people would have played as, you know, there will be at the full launch, of course, so there'll be more players available. But they could clearly see by their testing that this was a success. People were enjoying it. The feedback was that I saw so much raving reviews for this, right? As soon as they put this playlist in, everyone was playing. I couldn't imagine anyone was playing the other playlists unless they didn't know what the open mosh pit playlist was. But now that that's the default, now that that is the absolute standard, it's fantastic, because the ping was great, the connections were great. I found the hit detection to be better than what it was at the start of the beta. You know, it still wasn't perfect. It's still something that I think needs to be worked on. Same with the connections. They do still need to be worked on a little bit, but I was getting pings of less than 30. And the first couple of days when the open mosh pit didn't exist, I was playing games on 50, 70 ping because of the skill-based matchmaking. So it was annoying we've had skill-based matchmaking for all this time, because it has affected the ping. Even though they've said for years it hasn't, it has truly affected Call of Duty for the worst. And now this is finally something that is going to change Black Ops 7. This is going to massively change the trajectory of Black Ops 7, I think. Will it still beat Battlefield 6? Who knows? It's up for discussion at this point. Will it? I don't think it will. I think Battlefield 6 has already kind of won that war sort of thing with that, just because everybody's first eyes, first visuals, you know, what they see is what they, you know, what they get is always going to be the make or break, right? Yes, you can always improve the player base and stuff and bring more people back and stuff, but initial impressions are always going to be what people latch onto. And I think because Battlefield 6, you know, got it right out the gate and Black Ops 7 didn't, I think Battlefield 6 is going to win that war. But at least it's nice to see we're getting the changes we want to see in Black Ops 7. But continue on, we've got persistent lobbies as well. This is something else that is very, very useful. Something that I believe has ruined Call of Duty as well. This is something that's taken away the feel of Call of Duty. I remember back in the day playing like Search and Destroy, etc., and you'd have a fun game. Maybe the lobby's like you're just really funny or just fun, and you want to stay in that lobby, right? You'd stay in it and play over and over and over again until you basically got off. There was nothing wrong with that. There was no issue with that. It was just fun. Even if you were like beating on a lobby, obviously people can back out and then new people join it, etc., etc. Basically, a persistent lobby was just great, right? You didn't have to matchmake again. You could just go straight back in, pick a new map, play, didn't matter, right? But they said, we've heard the community discussion and dialogue around lobby disbanding. As we mentioned earlier, during the beta, we're focused on keeping players together from match to match more often. Today, we're excited to announce we'll have persistent lobbies at launch for Black Ops 7. We're committed to improving the experience of players, and we'll be sharing more details soon. So again, persistent lobbies, finally. Not just the skill-based matchmaking be reduced or removed. We're getting persistent lobbies. This is two things that are going to work together. If you get into a lobby, for instance, with a good ping and a good connection, you want to stay in that lobby. Like you love the connection, you love how the game's going. Again, for the players who probably aren't liking that lobby so much, they can just leave and go find another lobby, and then someone else can join into the lobby that you're currently stuck in. You shouldn't have to rematchmake over and over again. It just slows down the process. It makes it so much more tedious. And with the skill-based matchmaking we had before, it took ages to find games, and it was just so tedious. You spent more times in the menus probably than you did actually in game, and now we can actually spend more time playing the game than being in a menu simulator. And then finally, another big one that I think is a big one and definitely needed changing. I'll say it more in a second, but aim assist. They said, we've also seen the discussions about rotational aim assist and community questions about how aim assist will be tuned across inputs in Black Ops 7. It's a priority of ours to have a fair and competitive balance across all input devices at launch, and we'll be sharing more about changes coming to aim assist on controller ahead of launch. This is great news, and I know I'm a controller player who's made so many different controller videos, like settings for the games, controller guides for these games, and basically I do make settings that basically abuse aim assist from Black Ops 7 to MW20. It doesn't matter what game it is, I have made settings for the controller, for the actual games itself, to be able to take advantage of skill-based matchmaking, because it has been broken and like far too good for far too long. And I've said this in many videos before. As someone who has played on controller, I have hated how good aim assist has been in Call of Duty, because yes, it's great. It makes it so, you know, you can aim, like, but the problem is, even though it makes it so much easier to aim, and you know, you have like next to no recoil, and the game does it for you, that means everyone can aim at that level, right? There was no skill gap because of it. And for PC players who are playing on mouse and keyboard, I totally understand where you are coming from. Like, I understand how annoying it must be to face people using and abusing aim assist with controller, because most people who have switched to PC now to play Call of Duty are just using controller, and they're not even using mouse and keyboard, because the controller is so far dominant with the aim assist that it has over mouse and keyboard. So this change is very welcome. I'm hoping this is done correctly. I am hoping they actually reduce it to a point that there is a little bit of skill, right? That you actually have to, you know, use the right stick. It isn't just all the left stick. Because people sit there and say, well, how, you know, aiming's all with the right stick. For years in Call of Duty, it hasn't. It's been about your left stick. It's been about strafing. You didn't need to use the right stick to aim. It was just flick it onto the target and it will stay on there. As long as you make sure the recoil doesn't go up, like far too off, up to the right or left or etc. It was far too easy to aim and stay on target, and I welcome this change. I want to see a skill gap. I want to see the ability of, you know, if you can't aim, you can't aim. I want to see that. I don't want to see everyone just lasering people from 50, 60, 70 meters across the map. I want to see actual skill in the game, and this is a welcome change, and I hope they do this correctly and it does balance out correctly. Obviously, they've got to make sure they get this correct, because they could go from one extreme of controller with aim assist being far too good to then PC being far too dominant with mouse and keyboard over controller. So they do have to get this right. They do have to make sure this is right. But I'm hoping they do this change correctly. But Black Ops 7, we finally got some great changes. So some changes that have been needed for Call of Duty for years. As it is listed here, we've got no skill-based matchmaking, no disbanding lobbies, no carry forward, aim assist changes coming, bundles back to the true Call of Duty identity, which we will see at launch, so hopefully they do stick to that. Movement updates, change the Vault Edition operators designs. So many great changes, and I already liked the beta for what it was. I liked the maps, I liked the gameplay. There are some small things that need changing, but I am excited for this year's game. I really do think Black Ops 7 has a good chance of being a good game. Again, people are going to compare it to Battlefield 6 and whether it's going to do better than that. I couldn't care less, okay? I just wanted a good Call of Duty game, and I feel like this year we're actually going to have a Call of Duty game that's not only good gameplay-wise, has actually got some good changes that are going to, you know, give it a bit of a soul again, with no skill-based matchmaking, with no disbanding lobbies. But just the game is going to have a bit of soul to it, right? It's going to feel like it has a bit of life to it. Like Black Ops 6 at the moment has absolutely no soul to it. I don't even want to go back and play it. Like, I know there's an update for it today. I couldn't care less, right? I'm not even going to cover it. I'm not going to discuss it. Black Ops 6 absolutely has no soul to it. The skill-based matchmaking, everything has been awful about Black Ops 6. I have hated it to the absolute core. But Black Ops 7 has a chance to be a truly great Call of Duty game. Will it be one of the best of all time? Probably not, but I think these changes are welcome. So I want you guys to let me know down below, though. What do you think about Black Ops 7? What are your thoughts going into the launch of Black Ops 7 now that we have played the beta, you've had your chance to play it, see what it's like? Are you excited? I mean, if they've done it again, and you know, they've done the whole, you play the beta and it gets you excited, it's worked on me, okay? I'm not going to lie. This was the first time I played a beta in a long, long time where it felt like I didn't want to get off the game. Every time I played, I just got lost in it. I wanted to play the game and just enjoy myself. You guys are seeing the gameplay in the background, for instance. Obviously, this is during a beta, right? It's normally the hardest time to get good gameplays and stuff because it's filled with the sweatiest players, you name it. Obviously, this lobby's a bit of a bot lobby, but that's how it's going to be. It's going to be random. Not every game is going to be like this. I was getting my ass handed to me sometimes. Sometimes I was doing the ass handing. You name it, and I don't mind that. I don't mind. I want a random experience, and this is what Call of Duty is about, just a random experience. You don't know what you're getting. You don't. I hated before with the skill-based matchmaking that it almost felt like an algorithm decided when you were going to get off the game because you knew it. You knew it was sort of almost like Activision saying, "Yep, time for you to get off the game. We're going to put you in the absolute worst lobbies because we don't want you playing anymore. We want other people to be playing the game right now. It's not your time to play. If you want to play, then you're going to have to suffer these lobbies." But now, I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know what sort of experience I'm going to get. Something random's going to happen every game, and it's going to be enjoyable. That's what I'm looking forward to. So, yes, Black Ops 7, a lot of good changes, and still we're going to be getting more new, news and information as we get closer to the launch. But I am excited. I am interested in Black Ops 7. It has fueled my spark back into Call of Duty, which I kind of lost through Black Ops 6. Like I said, you probably guys have seen less Black Ops 6 on this channel over the last, month or two. Most of the gameplays have been from, like, a couple of months ago now and stuff, because I haven't really been playing. I wasn't interested. I lost my interest in Call of Duty, but Black Ops 7 has brought my interest back up, and I am super excited for the launch of Black Ops 7. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down below. Are you excited about Black Ops 7? Did you play the beta? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. What were your thoughts and opinions on the beta itself? And these changes, do you think these changes are going to make Black Ops 7 a truly great Call of Duty? Which I do believe it can be. Again, it's still got some things that it needs to change and fix and sort out. But I truly think this will be it. But you guys let me know down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to your notifications on. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.